In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on May 2nd, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Braves versus New York Mets. The Atlanta Braves have been struggling to begin the season, as they are currently 4th in the National League East with a 10-12 record so far. They will be sending veteran right-hander Charlie Morton to the mound for this game, and is coming off a no decision against the Chicago Cubs, as he threw just 2.1 innings as he gave up 3 runs on 4 hits with 4 walks and a single strikeout. The New York Mets are doing extremely well after April has come and gone, as they lead the National League East with a 15-7 record this season. They will have righty Chris Bassett on the bump, as he is coming off a victory over the St. Louis Cardinals, where he went 6 shutouts innings and gave up 2 hits with a hit by pitch, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Atlanta is 20-8 in their last 28 games against the National League East and 2-5 in their last 7 road games. The over is 5-2 in Atlanta's last 7 game ones of a series. New York is 5-0 in their last 5 game ones of a series and 14-5 in their last 19 games. The over is 4-1 in New York's last 6 game ones of a series. Atlanta is 7-3 in these two teams' last 10 head-to-head meetings. The New York Mets have had an excellent start to their season and should be able to continue it here against a divisional rival. The Braves depend on guys like first baseman Matt Olson to lead the way, but in his last 5 games, he has a .332 OPS and is really struggling. This Atlanta lineup has never faced Bassett, so that leans into an advantage for the pitcher, as the hitters have not seen how his pitches look and move out of his hands. Atlanta Braves starting pitcher Charlie Morton has struggled at 1-2 with a 7 ER, and the right-hander has battled control problems with 11 walks. Through 4 starts, Morton has allowed 14 earned runs on 21 hits across 18 innings pitched, resulting in Atlanta losing 3 of the 4. In contrast, New York starting pitcher Chris Bassett is coming off a strong outing after allowing no runs on 2 hits across 6 innings in a 3-0 victory over the St. Louis Cardinals. Charlie Morton is a veteran pitcher that should be able to keep this game close, but the offense is not there to pick up a win. The Mets have been very good to start the season and will have the home field advantage in this game, so the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. Max Fried has been really good in his last couple of starts, allowing just 1 run over 13 innings of work, while Bassett has allowed 1 run or less in 3 of his 4 starts, and with this game being a quick turnaround for the Mets and the Braves not really getting off the ground so far. Looking at each team's offense in the last 7 days, the Mets are averaging 3.6 runs per game, while the Braves are scoring 3.33 runs per game in that span. Both bullpens have been decent, as Atlanta has a combined 3.69 reliever ERA, while New York is pitching to a 3.46 bullpen ER thus far. Charlie Morton and Chris Bassett have pitched well at times this season and should be able to give a respectable performance, at least with the stuff and presence they have on the mound. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Tampa Bay Rays versus Oakland Athletics. The Athletics are coming off being swept in their last series, and they host a Rays team that has lost 2 in a row. The Rays had won 3 in a row before being beaten in their last 2 games, where they were outscored 18-4. The team is still 2 games over .500 and in 3rd place in the American League East, 4 games back of the Boston Red Sox. The Tampa Bay pitching staff ranks 12th in the majors in team ER, and they had only given up 4 runs and winning 3 in a row before giving up 18 runs in their last 2 games. The Athletics were swept by the Cleveland Guardians in their last series in a 3-game set. The club is 2 games under .500 and in 4th place in the American League West, 4.5 games behind of the 1st place Los Angeles Angels. Oakland only ranks 17th in the majors in team ER and 20th in runs scored. Tampa did not have a good weekend against Minnesota. After winning the first game of the series on Friday, they were outscored 18-4 on Saturday and Sunday. That is going to put a dent in some decent pitching stats to date. Now they are heading to Oakland looking to get back on track. This is just their 3rd road series of the season. They are are just 3-3 on the road this season. Oakland did not have a great weekend either, taking on the Guardians. The biggest bright spot for the team so far this season has been the play of second baseman Sheldon Neuse. He is hitting over .300 and leading the team in RBI, but he is hardly a player you build your team around though. They don't really have one of those after the trades they made. The Rays' Drew Rasmussen is being used exclusively as a starter this season. He is pitching fairly well and his best start was his last, against Seattle. In 2 road starts he has not been very good though, so this looks like a fade spot. Dalton Jeffries has a 1-3 record for Oakland but has actually pitched pretty well this season. He is never going to dominate a lineup, but he can be effective. His best start of the season was his lone home start, though facing Baltimore might have helped too. The Rays are the favorite on the road to start this series. I don't like the spot though, or the premium that is being required to back a team that is in a bad situation. Rasmussen is just okay and doesn't work deep, and they just got hit hard at home before going cross-country. Tampa to Oakland is about as long a trip as it gets in MLB. There are a lot of situational reasons to take the underdog, so the Oakland Athletics money line is our full game side pick. The total is set very low at 7 runs, and Jeffries is coming off his worst start of the season where he gave up 5 runs in 4 innings. He will not get lit up in this game but will give up some runs. On the flip side, Rasmussen is coming off a great start where he tossed 6 innings of scoreless baseball. I look for him to have another solid outing, but he will not extend his scoreless inning streak much longer. While the 2 head-to-head trends point to the under and both teams have only totaled 4 runs in their last games, I am still leaning towards this being a high-scoring game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Mariners versus Houston Astros. The Seattle Mariners, reeling a bit as they struggled through a road trip, traveled to Houston to take on American League West rival Houston in an early season showdown. The Mariners were rolling along after a 7-2 home stand left them in first place in the American League West, but they lost 2 straight series on the road trip to fall out of first place. Houston had a slightly better road trip but still find themselves looking up at the first place Los Angeles Angels as well heading into the series. Game 1 pitchers will be left-hander Marco Gonzalez for the Mariners against Jake Odorizzi of Houston. The Mariners are 1-4 in their last 5 overall and are 1-4 in their last 5 games as an underdog. The Mariners are 2-8 in their last 10 games as a road underdog and are 1-4 in their last 5 road games. The Mariners got off the schneid on Sunday, beating the Marlins, but this is a tough spot for them. They had to hit the road from Miami Sunday night for Houston. The Astros are traveling too, as they played in Toronto Sunday afternoon, but I give them the edge at home. Plus, they go with Odorizzi, who pitched his best game of the year last time out, and he should be poised for a bounce-back game after losing the Mariners earlier this season. Gonzalez has been solid this season, but he is coming off an injury, and the Astros are not the type of team to rehab against. After a few spotty performances to start the season, Odorizzi was solid in his last outing versus Texas. He put up 6 innings with 1 earned on 1 hit and a walk in that one. As for Gonzalez, he got hit with a comeback line drive in his last start and had to exit. Fortunately, he's okay and should put up a respectable performance in the opener. I like this one to be close and come down to the wire. Should be a fun matchup to watch. So the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. Odorizzi is coming off his best performance of the year and he has a top 10 bullpen behind him. I'm a little more concerned about Gonzalez with his banged up wrist, but the Mariners had the 5th best bullpen in baseball with a collective ERA of 2.83. I like the pitching to dominate the sluggish opposing lineups in this one, so this one should end up below the total. The under has prevailed in 6 of the Astros' last 7 games and 3 of the Mariners' last 5. Both teams had to travel overnight for this game, so I don't expect a lot of offensive fireworks. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.